Hello, I'm Lee Kreider, producer of the Ohio RAAM Show. People often ask me, how do I track a rider, or how will I find out when a rider is getting to a time station near me? So we're going to try to quickly show you how to calculate the best times to watch the riders you're interested in. First of all, we're here at the Ohio RAAM Show website, ohioramshow.com. I've created some links here on the right-hand side, which will get you to the locations in the Race Across America website that will help you do that. We're interested in just two links here. First of all, the RAAM raw results, and then the RAAM raw tracking. So let's look at RAAM raw results, clicking on that. And here you have the leaderboard. And let's scroll down here. These particular links here. This line we have RAAM solos, RAAM teams, RAAM raw solos, and raw teams. Okay, and here we have rider team report, time station report, arrival predictions report, arrival at time stations reports. To show you a little better how this looks, I'm going to go back to 2018. First of all, let's click on RAAM solos. Here you will see the women, Nicole Rice, Sean Hogan, Kathy Wallace. There was only 3 in last year's race. They're all listed there and their current standings. Let's go to rider reports. And we're going to click on Shauna Hogan. She has that low number because numbers are lifetime, and she's been in this race since the 1980s. Here you have a list of each time station she arrived at in 2018 and some data about them. You'll notice, let's take time station 3, Blythe, California. Her average speed to that time station was 15.83 miles an hour. That's all the way from the start. As you go down the list, you'll notice her average speed starts to slow till she gets down to the end at 10.33. This happens to every rider. Go to somebody like Christoph Strasser here, for example. You'll notice that time station 3, 19.78. By the end of the ride, he was down to 15.94. This slowing of riders' average speed as they go along will have important implications for the predictions. Here we have the rider predictions. Again, Shauna Hogan. And there's no data here because the 2018 race is over. There's no data in the 2019 because it hadn't happened. When Shauna starts, there will be every time station ahead of her linked here with the time station number, time station name, and down here the estimated date of arrival. Let's go to arrival predictions here and go to time station 42, Blanchester. There's no data again, but you will see the order of arrival. In other words, the names as they anticipated arriving and the estimated arrival date. The fact that those time average speeds decay as the race goes along means that the predicted times will tend to get later and later as the race goes on. We say here in Ohio, don't pay much attention to those predicted arrival times until a rider crosses the Mississippi. In other words, about 400 miles to the west of where you're located. Now let's go and look at GPS tracking, which will define a little bit closer when riders arrive in your location. Alrighty, I'm going to go back to the ohioramshow.com website. The link here is RAAM and raw tracking, and that will bring up a map which shows the entire United States, the route of the race across America, and each time station along the way is represented by a dot. You'll notice if I put my pointer on a dot, it shows in this case 42 Blanchester, Ohio. Scroll down a little bit. You can enlarge that down to the street or the road. In this case, we're going to try to keep a couple of time stations located at the same time. We're going to center here on, scroll out a little bit, Kansas, Yates Center, and Fort Scott. We have the wonderful folks there at Fort Scott, time station 30. This is a staff time station. As the race progresses, the dots of the various racers will proceed across the map like this. You can point to any one of the riders on there. It'll show their name, number, and so forth. And if you click on them, it will give you some data about the rider. We can do this by, here we go, Christoph Strasser. Again, this will create a map that just has Christoph on it. And of course, he is in Annapolis, Maryland. That's where he finished last year. Again, you can go back to another rider in where you can see the entire race. And let's click on, well, let's go to Team Rotary. Again, you will see a map with the Team Rotary along with data about them. Those tabs stay open at the top, as you see here. You have the whole map of the United States, and you also can keep the individual maps going here. Well, that's a story on how to track and find out when riders are getting near you. And hey, while you're at it, if you live here anywhere in the Midwest, we'd be glad to see you here at Time Station 41 in Oxford, 42 in Blanchester, or 43 in Chillicothe. They'll be open 24 hours a day. There'll be people there to help you understand the race, update you on the latest stats, and so forth. Come on and see you out. Until then, we'll say goodbye.